That's what we'll do in this meditation. We'll travel to Lemuria and receive healing of the heart. Hello and welcome, beautiful, radiant soul. It's so good to be here with you. Last night, or maybe actually it is true. I was teaching astral class, but I meant to say last weekend I taught Pleiadian Lightwork to this amazing group of, well, priestesses, because that's what they are. I mean, there's hardly any other way to describe the sacred energy of the Dolphin Star Temple that we were all in and that we all embodied at that moment. And yes, I'm just so inspired by that energy. And one of the key frequencies that came through was Lemurian energy. And because it was so healing, so beautiful, I just have to share it with you guys. So that's what we'll do in this meditation. We'll travel to Lemuria and receive healing of the heart. But before we get to that, let me first introduce myself. And of course, ask you to subscribe to this channel, to give this video a like, and to share it with other people. My name is Inge van Stralen, and I am a Pleiadian Lightworker. I help Lightworkers reconnect with their multidimensional selves and to embody their multidimensional selves and their wisdom, their soul's wisdom and their soul mission here on earth, so that we can all come together and live our fullest potential and help earth through this difficult period and this transition evolutionary phase that we're in. And we're all needed. And yeah, we all have to stand up, stand in our power, and do whatever it is we came to do here. We're all needed. All right. Let me first give you some information about Lemuria, because the guides do tell me it is very important to tell you or to explain this. Lemuria was a period on Earth, on this planet, when everything, every being that was here was still very much etherical. It was a time very much in the beginning stages of Earth, where the physical realms were not as solidified, or at least the human forms were very, or the beings that that held that physical body were not as like connected to the physical realm as we are now. And it was a time when the fairy realms and the elementals were very much connected, very much present and visible on Earth. And of course, they still are here, but they were in the same frequency space, in the same dimension, if you will, as the human bodies or the human appearances. So there wasn't a divide between human or like the very physical beings and the fairies, the elves, mermaids. So they were all interacting, and it was a time where magic was very tangible. You know, it was just a magical time. And what happened, and really this is cosmology, and you know, take it or leave it, you know, whatever feels right for you. But what I've been told, and what has been confirmed from other sources, is that at a time there were souls that needed a place to go to, a place to heal. They were very damaged souls that were, yeah, damaged, and that had been involved or victim of some sort of well, multi-dimensional catastrophe, whatever you want, how you want to see it, or maybe even a war. But something had happened, and you know, their home world was destroyed, and a lot of these beings were damaged because of whatever they had experienced, with, you know, the disappointment, the loss, the grief, and yeah, also the violence, the shock, the trauma. So they were brought to Earth, because this planet, because it would be a wonderful place to heal. And this is also why, for many starseeds, light workers, Lemuria is such a magical era, because that is one of the first times that we, or many starseeds, many light workers, started coming to Earth, either as one of those really damaged souls that needed healing, or as the one of the beings, galactic beings, to assist in the healing and to help integrate all the healings. And the elementals, the fairies, and the mermaids also contributed to the healing. And at the time, there were also a lot of dolphins, and the waters and the life in the water was so pure, so deep, so healing. And I get a sense of the waters, the oceans, being especially healing for these wounded souls. So especially dolphins and mermen and mermaids assisted in healing these damaged souls. And what they did was they brought healing. They took, especially the young children, when they were still open enough, before their hearts closed too much, they brought them to the water. And even babies, women gave birth in the water, and the beings, the dolphins and the mermaids came and assisted and gave healing immediately after birth. And there was so much healing in that water. That water was so sacred, and there were, it was just very healing, beautiful energy, sacred, very sacred. So that's what we will be connecting to in this meditation. One more thing that I'd like to explain before we get into the meditation is the Merkaba. We will be putting a big Merkaba around our healing space, or excuse me, around our healing circle, or temple space, whatever you want to call it. And a Merkaba is like a light vehicle. It is a transportation vehicle through dimensions, through frequencies. So it will help us get to a certain place in time and a place, or another dimension. So, and a Merkaba is like two pyramids stacked on top of each other. So just so you know, and you can connect to that frequency, because it is a sacred geometry shape. So, and it has a power all of its own. All right, let's do this meditation. Make sure you're comfortable, sit down quietly, or maybe even lie down. While you do that, just take a sip of water and we'll get going. All right. By the way, do you like the new background that I chose for this meditation? It's just so powerful and cheerful. I love it. I love playing with these backgrounds. All right. Let's start by taking a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe into your whole body, full body breath. And exhale and release whatever is ready to be released. And one more time, big breath, full body breath. And exhale. Okay. And ground yourself. Whatever way you know and you're used to. If you're familiar with Pleiadian Lightwork, put down your grounding cord all the way to the Earth Star crystal. Or use your own method. And if you don't have a method yet, breathe in. Breathe into the soles of your feet and the tip of your tailbone. From the soles of your feet and the tip of your tailbone, grow roots into the earth, through the layers, deeper and deeper into the earth, connecting you. Connect yourself with Mother Earth, with this planet, through your grounding cord, through your roots. And breathe in earth energy through your grounding cord, through the roots. And fill your whole body with earth energy. Let it fill you up. Breathe it in. I call upon the Pleiadian emissaries of light, and I ask them to fill our own individual spaces with their love, their light, their wisdom, and to put a protective circle around our spaces. And I ask them to connect all our energetic spaces so that we're all in one big energetic space. And I ask them to put a golden circle around us. And I call upon Archangel Michael of light and love, and I ask him to seal our space with his sword of truth. And I set the intention that we will use this meditation for our personal growth, and to make the world a better place. So be it, so be it, so be it. And I call upon the higher council of light and love of the Dolphin Star Temple, and I ask them to transform our space, our circle, into a sacred Dolphin Star Temple space. And I ask the Pleiadian, Syrian, and Andromedan emissaries of light and love for the following cones of light to be placed above and below our auras, and above and below our healing space. The interdimensional cones of light, the intergalactic cones of light, the evolutionary cones of light, and the earth cones of light. And I call upon our higher selves to join us and stand in front of us. And if you're familiar with Pleiadian Lightwork, this is the moment to pull in your higher self connections. And if you're not familiar yet, see, feel, know how your higher self creates this beam of light from its heart into your heart, beam of love and light, and it fills your heart center. And let your higher self make a connection through your heart, all the way up, 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 through the dimensions to your higher self, the home of your higher self. And all the way down from your heart, down, down through the earth to the earth star crystal. And I ask the higher council of light and love of the Dolphin Star Temple to put a Merkaba around our energetic space, and to place the crystalline pillars around our space, and to ground it in the earth star crystal of Lemuria. And together with the Merkaba and the crystalline pillars, bring in the frequency of Lemuria into our circle, into our temple space. And take a few moments to open up to this temple space, to this Lemurian frequency. And I call upon the overlighting deva of the sacred waters of Lemuria. And I ask to fill our temple space with the frequency of the sacred waters of Lemuria. And breathe in the frequencies. And And on your exhale, you can release whatever is ready to be released. And the more you release, the more you can take in. And the Lemurian mermaids and mermen are joining us. They are special mermen and mermaids, the ones that are the priests and priestesses of the sacred waters and the sacred temple in the water. And the dolphin spirit guides are also joining us. And feel how the mermen and the mermaids are coming up to you. And you will have at least one merman and one mermaid around you, next to you. And at least one dolphin. And put a Merkaba around your energetic self. And if you don't know how to do that, ask the mermen and the mermaids to help you with it. You will be placed in this structure. And you are guided. They will take you into the sacred waters, through the waters, to a temple space. And there's this pink crystal in the middle of this holy place. And you're invited to go to this crystal, to connect to it, and receive heart healing, healing of your heart. And while you do that, while you open it up to these frequencies and receive the healing in your body, in your heart center, the mermen and mermaids, the priestess and the priestesses are gathering around you. And that big pink crystal and they form a circle around it. And with their hands and their tails and their fins, they're creating this movement in the water. That creates a frequency that helps you open more to the frequency of the stone, of the crystal, that helps you release, that helps new memories or old memories actually to come back. Memories of this time or before that time, if you want them. The possibility, the door, the key can open if you want to, if you decide this is for you. And if not, don't worry. Just say no, thank you, to that frequency for opening your memory and receive the opening of the heart. Okay, and breathe in and out. These beings, the priests and priestesses, come to you and give thanks to you and your wisdom and your path and your courage for what you're doing to bring back these frequencies. And to reunite these two worlds again, to bring the magic back. And they bring gifts, symbols for you to accept. To receive. And then let the merman and the mermaid and the dolphin that brought you here take you back through these sacred waters, back to the circle, the temple space where we started. And thank them for their presence, their love, their guidance, their help. And ground yourself through your grounding cord, through the roots, from the soles of your feet and the tip of your tailbone. And breathe in one more time, really deep, deep, full body breath. And breathe out. And then I thank all those beautiful beings that helped us in this meditation. The mermen, the mermaids, the dolphins, the overlighting deva of the sacred waters of Lemuria. Thank you. The higher council of light and love of the Dolphin Star Temple, I ask them to bring us back in our own dimension, time, and space. I ask to release all the energetic structures, our higher selves. Thank you Pleiadian, Syrian, Andromedan, emissaries of light, Archangel Michael, thank you so much. And release. Release the temple space, release our circle. And breathe in one more time, really deep. And breathe out. And slowly move your body. And come back. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I feel blessed, and I actually got some memories coming back, and I really felt that crystal, that pink crystal, and its story. Maybe that's for another video. Really stay in that feeling, in that love, in that open heart space. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and to share it. I love you all. See you next video. Bye-bye.